Hey friends, welcome to our second video wherein we shall learn about object-oriented programming. Platform independence and OOPS are two main features of Java. In last video, we discussed about platform independence. Today, we shall talk about OOPS concept. In this session, we shall first understand the difference between procedural and object-oriented programming. We shall discuss about the basic features of OOPS, that is object and class. Further, we shall look into details the four pillars of OOPS: abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. So friends, do like, share and subscribe while we keep posting more such videos. So let's begin with today's session. Before the object-oriented programming, it was procedural concept which was extensively used. Procedural programming approach is top-to-down approach to programming. Here, code is divided into sub-programs or modules and then assembled to form a complete program. So say for example, if the program contains 2 lakh lines of code, it was divided into modules also called as functions. The length of these modules would depend directly on the code. So, if the code increased, the procedure size would also increase. This was one drawback of this approach. Further, in a multifunction program, many important data items are placed globally so that they may be accessed by all the functions. So here data is exposed to the whole program. Hence there is no data security and it is prone to accidental changes. So data is always at risk. To eliminate these drawbacks, OOPS concept was introduced. Let's understand how application designing and development takes place in OOPS concept. Object-oriented programming concepts in Java works by letting programmers create components that can be reused in different ways but still maintain security. Here, object is the main feature of OOPS concept. Object has a state that exhibits well-defined behavior and unique identity. In simple terms, object-oriented programming is organized around objects rather than actions, data rather than logic. For example, if we are working on student management system, more focus will be on entity like teacher, student, exam, result, instead of logical flow. And in teacher entity, again we would focus more on data like name, qualification, subject. These are also called as attributes. These attributes provide uniqueness to the objects. For example, for a maths teacher, name will be Seema, qualification is BE and subject is maths. For English teacher, name is Ram, qualification is MEd and subject is English. These values, that is Seema, BE, maths, Ram, MEd, English, they define state of teacher object. Similarly, these objects also has behavior, that is functions. For example, all teachers will teach. So teach will be the function. Another feature of OOPS is class. Class is defined as specification or common structure of all objects. A class is a prototype from which objects are created. Like, there may be many teachers in college, but they have a common feature like name, subject, qualification, or say function, teach. It represents a set of properties or methods that are common to all objects. So class by itself is just a blueprint, hence it is also called as template or abstract data type or user defined data type. When we write in text, here x is variable used to store value. We don't directly access or refer to int. Similarly, in case of class, objects are created to access the class members. Object is nothing but instance of a class. Object maintains the state in variables and implements its behavior with methods. With this, we move to the next feature of OOPS, that is abstraction. Abstraction is a process of creating groups based on essential characteristics of objects. For example, for a product-related group, we would need data like code, name, cost, quantity, size, color, type, description, etc. Now, if this product is used for toy shop inventory, then it is fine. But in case of grocery shop, size or color is not essential as it would not match with any of the items of a grocery shop. So you see, we focus more on related data. Operations are also a part of abstraction, but in abstract form. For example, when we say furniture, it doesn't give a clear image. But when we say table or chair, behavior is more specific. Also, when we include function create, it denotes the furniture being created, but doesn't contain any specific behavior. Hence, no code will be written. In Java, abstraction can be achieved using interface and abstract class. Encapsulating means to enclose something in a capsule so that data is protected from external chemical reaction. Hence, data is secure. So you see, encapsulations ensures data security. Like if we have a variable marks wherein we need to store value greater than 0 and less than 100. But we know variables can be changed, so we need to secure it. And this can be achieved through functions. Here we shall declare marks as private and we shall write a public function setMarks wherein we shall provide if condition for marks greater than 0 and less than 100. So this is how we secure our data. Another feature of OOPS is inheritance. Inheritance is a mechanism wherein one class is allowed to inherit the features or properties of another class. For example, say we have a class product with attributes ID, name, description, cost. Now we have two more classes, that is book and CD. These two will have the same attribute as product, but they shall also have some additional attributes like book may have author, CD may have size. Hence, these two classes shall inherit the traits of the class product along with its own features. Thus, inheritance facilitates class reusability. Next feature of OOPS is polymorphism, which also means ability to have more than one form. Poly means many, morph means forms. This feature is divided into two parts, compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. In compile time polymorphism, it is a single object acting differently at different times. For example, here we have a class rectangle with object rect1. When we write rect1.draw 5,2, it will draw a rectangle with length 5 and breadth 2. Now, if we write here rect1.draw 5, then it will draw a square because square has got same length and breadth. So we can see two different outputs depending on the parameter or the value that we pass to the draw function. Second method of polymorphism, that is runtime polymorphism. Here base class reference is used to refer multiple child class objects. Like we have a base class product. So we write product P is equal to new book, P is equal to new CD. Book and CD are child classes of product. So the object P can store objects of both the child classes, that is book and CD. This was all about object-oriented programming. Any further queries? Do post it as comments. It will be answered. Do like, share, subscribe for more videos. Thank you.